Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you guys are having a great Friday, and thank you guys so much for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe. Today on the channel, we're looking at another friend of He-Man, a friend and ally to He-Man, and that of Orko. We'll take a look at all the versions of Orko I have in the collection, from his vintage 80s version here, right there, to his Origins version, right there, to his CGI version, right there. Okay, to his both deluxe packaging, 2-pack versions of MasterVerse right there, and of course my Funko Pop version right there. All right, be a lot of fun. All right, starting off with Orko. I mean his 80s version, and there he is. I just have the figure itself. Okay, I don't have the pull string from this version of Orko. No, now we all know the story of Orko. He was created from the Filmation cartoon. He was so popular, in fact, that Mattel created his own figure, of course, because of his popularity, right there. But there he is. Of course, he came with a pull string, right there. And when you pull it, he would move around in a circle and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. But mine, is pretty old. And of course, it's missing its wheels, but still a very cool, iconic figure from the Origins. From the 80s line. All right, very, very cool. I'm glad to have it in the collection, in the vintage 80s collection. There he is. Okay. All right, next we have the Origins version of Orko. Right there. Of course, I do have a loose version right there. But there he is in the packaging. New for 20. Master Universe logo, Orko, the Heroic Court Magician. There he is. Very, very cool. And I hope we do get a cartoon collection version of Orko, the more Filmation style Orko. I'm very curious. And if we do get that cartoon collection Orko, I do hope we get it in this form here, in the 80s form, that we can pull the string and have him move around the table or the floor, or wherever you wish. I think that'd be a nice little feature from to Orko if we get it in this cartoon collection. And I'm hoping that we get Orko in the Turtles of Grayskull version as well. But there he is. Back of it right there. Some amazing artwork right there of Orko using his magic to dump water on Beastman. Of course, he came with a flight stand, which is pretty cool. I do have that Orko here. Of course, Orko is one of the few people who knew about He-Man's true identity, of course. And there he is. And here's a copy that came with Orko, right there, Double Trouble, right there. There he is. Very, very cool. And with a evil clone of Orko, I guess. Alright, cross-sell of all the figures. And I have done reviews for each and every of these figures too, guys, if you wish to go out and back and check it out on the channel. Alright. But yeah, I do like this version of Orko. I do like the fact that we got this really nice, cool magical effect of, of flight on Orko here. This purple, like, glowing, base right here. Nice, really cool stand here. Very cool. It would have been kind of cool, like I said, with the vintage Orko here, that we had the option of maybe removing this Orko from here and with the string, and you can like move it, do some options with Orko, or like a magical wand possibly. Maybe we'll get that with the, if we do get the cartoon collection version of Orko, a magical wand, or maybe some, spell, something like that, something really cool, like something besides the base, like I said, like a wand. But there's Orko in the Origins version. All right, very, very cool. All right. Next, we'll take a look at him in his CGI version. And this version of Orko was a very unique one because it was a robot. It was a one of the robots, I do believe, that was part of the Eternian Palace, cleaning crew. I think it was like cleaning, and who got the, the essence or the spirit of Orko in him. And so he became, a magician right there. Like I said, this CGI show was a lot different. They took the core, things about him and changed it up a little bit, like making Orko a robot, okay? But with the spirit of Orko here, inside, basically. His essence and stuff like that in this version of ORKO. Cool base right there. Cool little magic effect right there. But there he is. Nice glamour shot of the figure right there. In the front of the packaging. The He-Man and the Master Universe CGI Netflix logo right there. Their version of Grayskull. Of course, you know, this version of this CGI toy line brought back that vintage 80s power attack waist. You know, spring-loaded waist right there. It was very, very cool. ORKO. Alright. Around to the back. And you can see him right there. On his flight stand. There you go. Very, very cool. And I do like this version of ORKO. I thought it was a very unique idea that they, you know, did a cyborg or robot version of him. With his iconic O right there. Alright. Now the next ORKO we got was part of that Savage He-Man 2-pack. Now, I never understood why ORKO was part of that 2-pack with Savage He-Man. I always thought, you know, I always wanted ORKO have his own single carded version of the MasterVerse line. Unfortunately, we did not get that for both times. But he was part of that Savage He-Man right there, pack right there. This is a much older ORKO with very little magic. If you ever watched the Revelation show, you know in the beginning, pretty much all of magic was destroyed for the most part when He-Man and Skeletor basically blew themselves up in Grayskull. And so, you know, people like ORKO, you know, who relied on magic a lot, you know, got drained and was very weak. And so you see a much older version of ORKO. And which we have here. A very cool ORKO here in the MasterVerse line. I really wish that, you know, the scarf here, and I know that this is how he looked in Revelations, but I wish it was a little bit smaller because, you know, him without this iconic O right there, you know, it was a little, you know, weird to me, you know, not having that version of ORKO, you know, with this iconic, you know, O on the front of his shirt right here. But still a very cool ORKO. I love the magical base here. Put it right down. But I like the other versions of ORKO. It would have been really nice to get, you know, a wand or a magical effect or something like that with him. You know, some really cool tricks. You know, it would be kind of cool if you can have the hat open up as well. You know, because, you know, all this stuff would come through his hat right there. I think that would have been a really neat little trick, or, you know, not trick, but cool feature, you know, with ORKO. But I do like the base right here on him. Yeah, but I really wish that, you know, ORKO, even Savage He-Man too, would have gotten their own, you know, single carded versions of the, you know, MasterVerse line. Okay, but still a very cool. I like the scarf back here. And also, I don't mind it, but, you know, ORKO's face was always hidden, you know, and now you can see his face, you know. I mean, I know it's still darkened out, and it's probably blue, but I don't know. I like the fact that, you know, his face, his scarf, should have been, you know, like a little bit more, you know, glued on, or, you know, to me, that's just my opinion. You know, you might have liked this version of ORKO. But yeah, I mean, I wish the scarf, like I said, was, let me bring it up here, a little bit smaller here, that you can see the iconic O on him. Like with all the ORKOs, I think they should have given us like a magical wand or some sort of goofy tricks for him. It'd been really nice if we would have gotten, you know, a hat that could open up, maybe. I don't know, because, you know, in the Filmation cartoons, and, you know, any ORKO that we've seen in, you know, cartoon form has always had his magic come from his hat and stuff like that. So it would be really cool. Maybe the cartoon collection, if we do get a cartoon collection of ORKO, or even the Turtles of Grayskull, if we're gonna get an ORKO from that, you know, I think that would have been kind of cool. All right, but there is the first deluxe version of ORKO. Okay, this guy's back here, and put him right there. Okay, then of course we in the finally, we got this version of Orko, another 2-pack. He was sharing, his, double pack with Gwildor. Now, this for me makes more sense, having him with Gwildor, because, of course, if you ever watched the He-Man live-action movie with Dolph Lundgren, a lot of people thought that Gwildor was like the Orko of that movie, because there was pretty much no CGI. Now, of course, if they ever did a live-action He-Man movie, which would be absolutely amazing, I have no doubt, I'm sure you guys have no doubt, that they will do an Orko version, CGI version of Orko. But this was, so they couldn't do that, so they had to give us a, Gwildor. It was kind of like, for me, like the Orko of that movie. And so they paired them up together. That's why Orko is part of the 2-pack. So it makes more sense to me. What you're seeing here is Orko in his, I would say, his rebirth outfit with the white and with the golden O around him right there. Of course, if you watch the Revelation show, Orko had to sacrifice himself to keep the doors of, I would say, hell open, so his friends like Tila and everyone else can go into the, I would say, the championship realm where Prince Adam, was at, and Wondar and King Grayskull, and anyone who's protected Eternia, like, Hero, from the Revelation show. So Orko had to sacrifice himself to keep the gate open, and had to stay behind, pretty much sacrificing his life, which was very cool. Of course, he came back, and he's wearing this all-white outfit. I love this look of Orko. Absolutely amazing. Nice glamour shot of the figure. MasterVerse logo here. There he is. And very cool artwork of Orko right there. And I do like this version of Orko, like I said. It comes with this really cool base right here. The magical effect right here. That you can move around. Another same base, just about a little bit bigger and wider of Orko right there. And it also came with some magical effects, so that's what I liked. I like the fact that we got some more features on Orko. Some magical effects. Like maybe hopefully we do get a wand. I want a wand, more magical effects. I hope we get that classic, vintage pool version that moves around. I think that would be a really nice, feature for Orko if, like I said, if we do get him in the cartoon collection. Filmation, I have no doubt, But there's a nice glamour shot of Orko and Gwildor right there. I'm still waiting to get my loose version of these guys, and like every day I go to retail and I keep checking and seeing, and when it does, I will be getting one and unboxing with you guys. So every day, guys, I've been checking every day for, the Turtles of Grayskull, the cartoon collection, so every day, guys. All right. So there's Orko and another 2-pack. All right. All right. And finally, guys, and I've shown this before, but I do have a Funko Pop of Orko in the collection. There he is with his wand here. Very, very cool. Back right there of all the cross-sell of all the other figures. All right, side shot right there. And of course, the question is, guys, what has been your favorite version of Orko, if you have one? Is it from the vintage, 80s version to the Origins version to, both versions of, MasterVerse, to, his CGI version? I mean, to his, 2000X, to the Classics version of Orko, the Super 7 too. All right. But there you go, guys. There's a look at, one of He-Man's closest friends and allies. The one, of course, who knows He-Man's secret as well. One of few who did in the Filmation cartoon. And like I said before, he was so popular that he was created from the Filmation cartoon that he got his own toy. All right. But there you go. There's a look at Orko. One more chance right there. So very, very cool. Happy to have him in the collection. And like I said, I hope that we get the cartoon collection version or the Filmation style version of Orko. So even even more Masterverse. And I hope if we do go more Masterverse, I hope we get a single card. I hope we get a single card version of Orko. Or even another version of, regular Orko. More in this style here. The pull string moves around in a circle, you know. I think that would be kind of cool right there. All right, guys. There you go, guys. One more shot before we end the video of all the versions of ORKO that I have in the collection. So for me, my favorite version of ORKO, if I have to pick one, is the Origins version here. Okay, I do love this version. Right here. This version is really cool. If I had the pull string and the wheels, you know, this would be they're all amazing. But if I had to pick my favorite version of ORKO right now, I would have to pick the Origins version here. I love the base here. But it would be cool, like I said, if it was an option where you can remove him from the base and he can, you know, move, like you had the wheels and you can just pull the string and have him move around the table like he used to back in the 80s. Like this version here, I think that would have been a nice added feature with this version of ORKO. And like I said, like with some more items and weapons, you know, some magic, you know. But still, a very cool. And I like the, you know, the base here, the bluish, the purplish, like cloud here, or magic is floating right there on ORKO. And one of those figures, like, you know, like we've been getting those fan favorite figures. You know, a fan favorite, you know, if you're looking for an ORKO, if you missed out on him, maybe we'll get a fan favorite version of the Origins line. You know, I'm from, yeah. That maybe we'll get one, you know, with ORKO, you know. All right. I can't remember in Filmation. Maybe you guys can tell me. ORKO's girlfriend. I think he had a girlfriend with blonde hair. I can't remember her name. Maybe we'll get her, you know, in Origins. I think that would be kind of cool. Or even cartoon collection. Get like a 2-pack, you know. Or Uncle Monty, you know, like get a 3-pack with Uncle Monty. I can't remember his girlfriend's name. Maybe let me know in the comments below what's her name in the comments in the Filmation cartoon. You know, if they give us like a 3-pack version of ORKO, his girlfriend, and Uncle Monty. You know, I think that would be kind of cool. All right, but there you go, guys. All right, I'd like to take the time now to thank my subscribers. If you made it this far in the video and have not subscribed, please subscribe, guys. I love talking with you guys all things Masters of the Universe, like the Origins line here, to the 80s line. Now my 80s collection is very, very small, guys. I have a very small collection that I'm starting to collect right now, but it's very, very small. I only have a few figures, like ORKO here, and like Tila, and, you know, Evil Lyn, and Beastman. It's very small, but I'm very happy with what I have so far. But whatever, you know, original 80s versions of toy or figures I have, I will be more than happy to share with you guys. So, you know, if you're a big fan of the 80s versions right here, of course, to the MasterVerse lines, right there, to the CGI line, too, as well, to Funko Pop, right there. Hit that like button, guys, that thumbs up, and thank you for doing that, guys. It means a lot. It helps my channel out. It helps my channel to get out there for more people to watch and subscribe and like. So thank you for hitting that like button, guys. It means so much. Hit that notification bell as well when you know I upload new videos. And tomorrow we're looking at every version of the Sorceress that has come out so far, from the CGI show to the MasterVerse show, to the Filmation. To the Origins line as well. So it'll be a lot of fun. To our Funko Pop version too, I have that. Share this video, guys, who has a passion and a love for collecting all things Masters of the Universe, like, you know, Funko, to the 80s line here, to the MasterVerse line, to the Origins line here, you know, to more MasterVerse, to CGI, to, you know, to the Classics line, to the Super 7, to the 2000X. I mean, for over 40 years, guys, of this incredible product that it gets better and better. I can't wait for more figures to show up that we can look at together. So, guys, I hope you guys have a great Friday. And I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you guys on Saturday. Take care, guys, and have a good one.